Good morning once again, class. Today we're going to start discussion of portfolio optimization and the efficient frontier. This is a very important topic in finance, in financial analytics. It calls for us to know how to assuming there's a portfolio of assets. The requirement here is for us to be able to identify the optimal weights, which how many percent of your asset, how many percent will go to which particular asset. So that's what we call by portfolio optimization. And portfolio optimization is two-pronged. Okay, so let me just use my digital pen. Okay, let's see what you have learned so far in your FinCap-M or in your investments analysis subject. Okay, you're done with that, right? Investments analysis or portfolio investment. Do you have that subject or portfolio? I'm not sure. Do you have that subject, class? The old name was invest. Now I'm not sure what your subject is called now. Do you have that subject already, class? Okay, Franz. Okay, so Franz, in that subject, what did you learn?
Mostly, sir, I learned about risk and return, and then how to assess if a stock will be profitable or not.
Okay, all right, good. So did you learn how to create an optimal portfolio? You're given, let's say, 10 assets. How many percent should be allocated to this asset? How many percent should be allocated to this asset? In other words, computing for the weights of the assets in your portfolio. Did you learn to do that?
No, sir. They didn't teach us, but they taught us the benefits of
Portfolio
a
optimization.
well-diversified portfolio. Yes,
yeah, okay. Good, good. So in this subject, since this is analytics, let's now do the quantitative stuff, okay? So let me, okay. So Franz mentioned something about portfolio. Oops, what happened here? Okay, portfolio. At siya nagkakaroon ng, wait. Why does it, okay, anyway. Portfolio risk and returns class. Okay, what's the formula for portfolio returns? Yung portfolio returns, madali lang siya. No? It's very easy to compute for your portfolio returns. Anyone, class? What is the formula for the return of a portfolio? RP. It's equal to, I don't know why it's being outlined. Can anybody tell me, class, bakit nag-outline yung ano? Let me close this. Don't see it. Okay. I'll just write. Okay, let me create a script here. I'll just write a script. Okay, I'll just use this. All right. So portfolio returns. Can you see, class?
Yes, sir.
See? All right. Portfolio R returns, P is portfolio. What's the formula for portfolio returns? So let's assume you have 5 assets. How do you compute for the returns of your portfolio?
Sir, is it summation of weight times expected return?
Yeah, that's correct. Summation of the weight times the expected return. Okay, we're designating our asset by sub I. I ranges from 1 up to I is equal to N. N stands for the number of assets that you have. Okay, so it's just the sum. So if you know the weights of your portfolio, let's say it's equally weighted, and if you have 5 assets, that means each of your asset is allocated 20% of your total fund, right? So this is just equal to W sub 1, R sub 1, plus W sub 2, R sub 2, plus, etc., plus W sub n, R sub n. Okay? So that's how you compute for your portfolio returns. Very easy class, no brainer. You just compute for the weighted total, weighted sum of the returns of your individual assets. Okay? Now, the question is the portfolio risk. Okay, the portfolio risk, it's either computed using the standard deviation of the variance of your portfolio, okay, or the standard deviation of your portfolio. Okay, either measured by the variance or the standard deviation. Anyway, if you have the variance, you'll just get the square root of this to get your your portfolio risk. So what is the formula class for the portfolio risk? What did you learn in your other subjects? And anything student should know this class. Anyone? Okay, kindly chat class if honest to goodness answer class na. If you have not encountered that formula. Just write no if you haven't encountered that formula. I just would like to know kung sa previous subject nyo, tinakal man lang ninyo yung at least yung formula ng portfolio risk. Tapos inaral nyo kung paano kinukuha. Yes or no na lang class, please. Everyone, please. I'll wait for the others. No, no, okay, no, 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 okay. All right. Sige, thank you, class. Thank you. If not yet, class, then I forgot, okay? Maybe for some of you na-discuss sa inyo, pero siguro hindi nyo lang napansin kasi siguro ano lang, in passing lang, no? But in this subject, we will go through the learning of the process, no? Understanding it, and even learn how to compute it. Kasi hindi pa pwedeng yung formula lang. So the formula class is actually, so this is the risk of so let's compute for the variance of your portfolio it's a double summation. Wi, Wj, okay, covariance Ij. Okay, I ranges from 1 up to n, and j ranges from 1 up to n. Okay, so take a look at this formula. It's medyo ano siya, no? Siguro, I'm not sure if you have encountered a double summation formula in the past. And double summation siya, you have your I and your J. So it means that you'll be doing a pair, asset I and asset J. You'll be pairing it and summing it up. So if you have 10 assets class, in order to explode this formula, you'll be pairing asset 1 and asset 2, and then asset 1 and asset 3, asset 1 and asset 4, asset 1 up to 5, asset 1 up to 10, and then you go from this time 2 with 1, 2 with 2, 2 with 3, etc. hanggang sa dulo. So you'll have many pairs. Okay? So W sub I represent the weight of asset number 1, or asset sub I, and W sub J represents the weight of the other asset that you're pairing with asset I. Now, what's this class? Have you met this term, sigma I sub J? Anyone, class? Okay, I'm pretty sure, class, na-meet nyo na term na to. Ano to, class? Let's say sigma squared I. What is this, class? What is this metric? Anyone, class? Kindly chat or unmute yourself. What's this? This is the measure of what?
Variance of rates po for return asset I.
Yeah, correct. Sino to? Si Rhea, ikaw ba yan?
Yes po, sir.
Okay, thank you, Rhea, no? Tama. Tama, no? This, yung sigma squared, alam natin na variance yan, di ba? And then may I dito, no? So this means, class, that this is the variance of asset I. Okay? Well, let's say you're measuring the returns, no? So this is the variance of the returns of asset I. Okay, what's the formula for this? What's the formula? Na-recall niyo ba yung formula ng variance, class? Suppose we're measuring the returns, no? So what's this, class? This is what's this? Kalimutan niyo na, class. Variance lang yan. Yes, Adi.
Sir, attempt lang po. Pero
Sige, go.
pag kasi when you have variance, the formula
Okay.
of it should be summation ng summation ng value ng one observation. So x
Okay.
sub I
Okay.
x sub I minus yung mean value ng observation. So
Okay.
tas squared
Okay.
siya. All over n minus 1. All
Okay.
over number of observations minus 1.
In this case, since it's the Greek symbol, so that's over n, over n. Kasi hindi siya sample. Assuming na hindi sample, assuming we're looking at the population. So Adi is correct, no? And since we're measuring the returns, so R to, no? Returns ng asset I minus the mean of the returns. Right? The asset I. So we're taking a look only at one asset. The specific return minus the mean, and then sabi ni Adi squared, or it can be written as R sub I again minus R average. So this is just squared, right? And then divided by n if it's population, or n minus 1 if it's sample. So thank you, Adi, that's correct. And you just get the square root of this to get the standard deviation. Okay, so that's the variance. Okay, now take note, class, that we write it sigma squared sub I. Now another way to write this same lang yan, class, but not oftentimes used, is sigma I. Yan, take a look at this, class. Sigma I is the same as sigma squared I. Okay, notice that there are two indices here, I with I. So dalawa to, class, no? Now pag nagdalawa ka na dito, huwag ka na mag-square dito. So wala na dapat to. So this is the variance, okay? This is actually, pag dalawa siya, tinatawag natin siyang covariance, no? This is the covariance of I with I. So the covariance of I with I is the same as the variance of I. Okay, take note of that, class. The covariance of I is equal to the variance of the covariance of I with I is equal to the variance of I. Okay, so ang covariance kasi, class, yung formula, di ba? You get the value of one item minus its mean, and then cross multiply it with the other asset, let's say, minus the mean of that asset. Okay, so in effect, class, this is also covariance, but this is the covariance of I with I. So we write it this way, okay, or we can write it this way. Pero tatanggalin yung square dito kasi dalawa dito, no? I with I. All right, so this, class, is actually, this is the covariance of I with J. And what's the formula for this? Ganun din, no? Mapapalitan lang to. Magiging summation of R sub I minus R means of I times R of J minus R mean of minus the mean of J. Okay? So dalawang asset, no? I and J. And you write the summation of that divided by N, you write it this way. Sigma ij. Okay, so this class is the covariance of I and J. Okay, let me pause for a while. Is that clear, class? Paki-comment please kung clear tayo. Clear so far, class? Sorry, Franz, I didn't see your answer, no? Yeah, you're correct. Covariance or variance? Okay, good. How about the others, class? O feedback naman, please. Okay. All right. Sige. Kasi class, that's why I'm going through that first, because we can never understand this formula if we don't know what this means, diba? So this is just this is just the covariance of I with J. And I'm just going to write it so that it's clear to us. Okay, let me just clear the drawings first and then close this. Sorry. Let me rewrite this. So the covariance of I and J is actually equal to the summation of the returns of I. We're talking about the returns here, no? For portfolio optimization, we're computing for the returns. Okay? So that's the average of I. Multiply that with the individual returns of J minus the average returns of J, okay, divided by N or N minus 1, okay, depending on whether it's a population or sample. Okay, so this is the formula, class, for the covariance of I with J. So you do not write it this way, class. No? This is a wrong way to write it. Wala na dapat squared yan, no? Kasi may IJ na yan eh. Okay, and again, class, sigma I, okay, this is covariance of I with I. The covariance of I with I is the same as the variance of I. Okay, so sigma squared I. Notice I only wrote here I. So it's wrong to write it this way. This is wrong. Dalawang I, mali yan kasi may squared ka na dito. No? So dapat sigma squared lang I. And as we know, this is equal to summation of R sub I minus R bar. Then also R sub I minus R bar. Or just square it, right? Divided by N or N minus 1. Okay, claro, class? Clear? Clear? Kindly chat, please. Okay, how about the others? Okay, good. Okay, and class, kung if you haven't met this formula before, now is the time for you to really understand this and master this, class. Yung concept ng portfolio risk. Kasi siguro dinidiscuss niyo sa ano niyo sa maybe in your subject about Markovits, no? Harry Markovits. Tapos you talk about portfolio risk, pero hindi niyo man alam yung formula or hindi niyo man lang alam yung quantitative aspect ng formula. It cannot be. Dapat alam natin 'yan. All right. So, okay. Now may I ask you one thing, class, before we go to the formula? What is the relationship between sigma ij and sigma ji? What's the relationship between sigma ij and sigma ji? Kindly chat your answer, class. Ano ba relationship nila? Waiting for your answer. Dapat quick answer yung class, no? Quick answer. What's the relationship between sigma ij and sigma ji? Anyone? Come on, class. No brainer yan. No brainer. Tingnan yung formula. Come on, class. inverse of each other. What do you mean by inverse, Adi?
Sir, this is an attempt lang, pero pag
Yeah, sure.
if you look at the formula, sir, ng sigma ij, sorry, hindi siya medyo clear sa akin pero parang I'm assuming na iba yung ordering lang niya. Iba yung order ng equation po niya.
Okay, so
they're correlated, sir, pero I'm not sure exactly
correlated.
how they're correlated po kasi.
Okay. Sige. Thank you, Adi. Thank you. Okay, anyone would like to add on? Malapit na yung answer ni Adi. Konting ano na lang, konting dagdag na lang. Okay. The way the two variables, paki-share yung answer nyo sa lahat ha. So yung sagot ni Rhea, kindly share your answer to everyone. The way the two variables asset move to each other, okay? So, medyo similar sa sinabi ni Adi na correlation. Okay, the answer, class, is, okay. Okay, thank you, Rhea. But the answer is, okay, letter E, class, letter E. Ayan, 5 letters. Starts with the letter E. Yes, thank you, Richmond. Tama. Class, equal lang sila, no? Kasi kahit na, sabi nga ni Adi, mababago yung order. O, di ba? Kunyari 3 to class, ito 2. Will the value change if you put 2 first and then 3? Commutativity, di ba? Okay? So, sigma ij is just the same as sigma ji. Right? Pareho lang yung class. Kasi cross product to di ba? You're getting the cross between the deviation from the mean of I multiplied by the deviation from the mean of j. Whether you put j first or I first, it's of no consequence. Okay? All right, class. Very simple arithmetic lang yon. Okay? So, sigma sub ij is just the same as sigma ji. Okay? Now, I'm asking that because it will come in handy with our formula. Okay, so, clear yung class? Ito. Clear muna tayo dito Pareho lang yung covariance ng ij sa covariance ng ji. Take a look at the formula. It will not matter whether you put j first or I first. Okay, sige. So, clear ko ulit yung screen. Punta na tayo sa formula ulit, class. Okay. So, the risk of a portfolio, let's call it the variance muna of the portfolio is double summation wi, wj, covariance ij. Yan lang yung class yung formula. I is equal to 1 up to, how many assets are, let's start with the 2-asset portfolio. 2-asset muna tayo, pinaka-simple. No? Kasi yung portfolio, hindi naman pwedeng 1 asset, di ba? Okay? Portfolio to class Kasi kung isang asset lang class, hindi na portfolio. Okay? And it will reduce to just a 1-asset portfolio. Actually, hindi nga siya portfolio. No? Okay, from I is equal to 1 to I is equal to 2. Okay? Dito naman J is equal to 1 up to 2.
Sir?
Yes.
Sir, I think na-stuck po yung screen nyo.
Na-stuck? Wait.
Yes po. Sa original, yung sinasabi niyo po ngayon, sir, we can't see it po. Like, it's frozen.
Okay. Alright, sige. Thank you. Ba't kaya naging ganun? Resume share. Nag-post share ba ako kanina? Hindi naman can you now see my screen?
Yes po, sir. It's
Okay,
moving.
sige. Thank you. Okay, let me rewrite what I wrote a while ago. So I said a while ago, the variance of a portfolio, P to P portfolio, is equal to double summation, okay, W sub I, W sub J, covariance Ij. There you go. And then let's have a 2-asset portfolio muna. 2-asset portfolio. So I is equal to 1 up to 2. J is equal to 1 up to 2. All right. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito, class, pairwise lang, no? Madali lang i-ano tong formula na to. It becomes harder if you have let's say a bigger portfolio, no? Kunyari 10 assets 'yan, maraming combinations 'yan. Pero pag dalawa lang, class, ganito lang 'yon. So, you let this be 1 first. 1, okay? A pair with 1. So, we're getting the pairs, no? 1 with 1. Tapos we let this be 1 muna, 1 pair with 2. Okay, I'm now plotting the different pairs. 1 with 1, 1 with 2. So hanggang 2 lang, di ba? So punta naman tayo dito, gawin natin 2 to. 2 with 1 and then 2 with 2. So there are 4 possible pairs. Okay? 4 possible pairs. 1 with 1, 1 with 2, 2 with 1, 2 with 2. For a 3-asset portfolio, that's just to illustrate, pag 3-asset class, no? Ano yung mga possible pairs? 1 with 1, 1 with 2, 1 with 3. Tapos 2 with 1, 2 with 2, 2 with 3. Tapos 3 with 1, 3 with 2, 3 with 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oops, nawala. Ala. Okay. Na-erase, nawala. Am I still sharing, class?
No po, sir.
Nawala. Okay, wait. What happened here? Nawawala yung pag-share ko. Okay. Okay, class, you got it, class? Rewrite ko ulit, no? Double summation, W sub I, W sub J, covariance IJ. Okay, I ranges from 1. In our first case, 2-asset portfolio, J is equal to 1, 2. So ang pairs natin ito, 1 with 1, okay? 1 with 2, 2 with 1, 2 with 2. All right? So there will be 4 pairs. Okay, class? All right. So how do we pair that? Isa-substitute lang natin, class, ito. Yan. 1 with 1. So this will be W1, W1, covariance 1, 1. Right? Susulat ko W1, W1, covariance 1, 1. So we have 2 assets, no? Okay, let's call it asset 1 and asset 2. Dalawa yung asset natin. Okay, so the first one is weight ni 1 times weight ni 1, then covariance 1, 1. Okay, so let's simplify this, class. This becomes WW1 is W1 squared, right? And sigma 1, 1 is just the same as the variance of 1. Okay, let me pause for a while, class, and then ask your feedback kung naiintindihan to. No? Kung naiintindihan tong yung first term natin dito sa pag-compute ng portfolio risk. Paki-chat, class, kung clear to. Clear. Any clarification, class? Don't be ashamed, class, to ask clarification. Okay, clear? How about the others? Waiting for the others to give their feedback. Okay. I'm just getting a couple of feedback. How about the others? Okay. All right. Di pa tayo naka 1/3 ng feedback. Please don't be ashamed to ask questions. Okay, sige, next. O, ito naman W1, 1 and 2. E di, substitute lang natin, class. W1, W2, and then covariance ng 1, 2. Okay? So we can't simplify this anymore. Yan na yan, no? W1, W2, covariance ng 1, 2. So that's for the second term. Ito yun. Okay. And then for the third term, remember double summation to, no? So i-add natin lahat yan. How about the next one? 2, 1. So that will be W2, W1, covariance 2, 1. And we can rewrite this as W2, W1 is just the same as W1, W2. Diba? Covariance 2, 1 is just the same as covariance 1, 2. So pareho lang yan, class. No? Ito at saka ito, they're just the same. And then last, So tapos na tayo dito, no? Tatlong terms na to. 1, 2, 3. The last is 2, 2. So W2, diba? We're replacing I and J with 2 and 2. Sigma 2, 2. And this is the same as W2 squared. Sigma 2, 2, covariance of 2 with 2 is the same as the variance of 2. There. Variance, sigma squared, tapos sub 2. Okay, paki-class kindly kindly please confirm kung naintindihan tong tong terms natin so far. Okay, good. All right. Sige, yung iba, please. Okay, so well, we're done, class. The risk, in particular the variance of a 2-asset portfolio is equal to, okay, so that's W1 squared variance of 1 plus W2 squared, okay, variance of 2 plus 2 W1 W2 covariance of 1 2. There you go, class. So this is the portfolio risk of a 2-asset portfolio. And then if you just want to get the standard deviation, which is usually the case, you remove the square here, get the square root. Yan. Okay? So the risk as measured by the standard deviation of a 2-asset portfolio is the squared weight of the first asset multiplied by its variance plus the weight squared of the second asset multiplied by its variance plus twice the cross product of the weight of asset 1 and weight of asset 2 multiplied by its covariance of 1 and 2. Okay, so feedback please if you're okay. All right, thank you. Now in R, I'm going to show you a process where we're going to compute for this. Okay, we're going to compute for this term. All right, so for a 3-asset portfolio, okay, so shortcut natin, class. So you just get the individual assets, the variance of the individual asset multiplied by the weight squared, the variance of the asset multiplied its weight squared, and then you have the cross product, W1, W2, covariance of asset 1 and asset 2. Okay, so if we're looking at a 3-asset portfolio, okay, we can easily spell out the let me erase this again. Okay, have you copied it, class? For those of you who are copying, do you want a few more seconds, or do I now may I now delete this? Class. Hello, class. Okay, so mukhang tapos na kayo, no? Okay. All right, so let me delete that again. So quickly, class, for a 3-asset portfolio. So 3-asset portfolio. You know already the the concept behind. So the risk, sigma squared, the variance of a 3-asset portfolio is just the square of 1 times its variance plus the square of the second asset, the weight of the square of the weight of the second asset multiplied by its variance plus the weight of the third asset, weight squared multiplied by its variance. Okay, and then you have now the cross product, twice W1 W2 the covariance between 1 and 2, plus twice W1, W3, covariance of 1 with 3, plus twice W, okay, this time it's W2, W3, covariance of 2 with 3. Okay, that's it, class. So that's now the risk as measured in variance. So of course, if you want the risk, the standard deviation, just remove the squared here and then get the square root of that. Okay, I'll give you a few seconds if you're copying, class. So you can now spell out, class, the formula for an N asset portfolio, class. Madali lang kasi kung N assets, then you have the squared weight multiplied by its variance, the variance of the particular asset. Okay, and then you go to the also the cross product weight of the assets multiplied by their covariance. This is covariance 1, 2. Covariance 1, 3, and then covariance 2, 3. Okay, so okay, so if I ask you, class, generate the formula for a 5-asset portfolio, standard deviation. Can you, yes, class, can you create that formula, class? Kindly chat yes or yes, please. Kindly chat yes or yes. Wala kayong option, dapat yes, no? 5-asset portfolio. Dali lang yung class, no? Kasi alam na natin yung pattern eh, I'm sure. All right, so good. That means, class, that you can any 10-asset portfolio. Mahaba nga lang talaga, class, syempre, no? So mahaba. So of course, if ang gagawin nating portfolio dito sa case nyo, at least 10 assets. Okay, so it will be unwieldy for us to compute this manually. So buti na lang may R, no? And then in R, we will learn how to compute for the we will have to learn, class. Okay. May shortcut kasi dito, no? Okay. So imagine a 10-asset portfolio. Imagine a 10-asset portfolio, class. So ano yung mas maganda dyan, class? Okay. There is a shortcut using matrix algebra. So using matrix algebra, the variance of your portfolio, okay, can be determined by this weight, the weight of the assets multiplied by, this is what you call the variance covariance. Okay, variance covariance, and then the weight transpose. Yan. Ganito lang, class, actually yung formula na yan. If we're going to work with matrices. Okay, so the formula which I stated a while ago, yung sigma squared P is equal to double summation Wi, Wj, covariance Ij. Okay, nawala yung pen ko. Okay, here, Wi, Wj, there. It's just the same as in matrix, the W matrix, the variance covariance matrix, and the W transpose matrix. Ito lang yung class, no? So you just have to have your weight matrix, and then your variance covariance matrix, and then your weight transpose matrix. All right, let me illustrate this, class, para once and for all, class, maintindihan natin yung, okay. That's why it's, for us, for finance students, matrices are very important. Okay, transpose to, class, transpose, letter T. Letter T. Okay, so let me, I'll give you an example, no? All right, So let me clear this again. Clear drawings. All right. Again, two asset portfolio class. The two asset portfolio, sabi natin, the variance of this is equal to the weight, and then this is the variance covariance matrix. I'll tell you why it's called the variance covariance, and then the weight transpose. Okay, so let me show you, class. So the weight matrix is two assets siya. So ganito yan, W1, W2, no? So this is the weights. Weight ng asset 1, weight ng asset 2. Okay? Yun yung weight matrix natin. Then the variance covariance is like this, no? So asset 1, asset 2, asset 1, asset 2. Okay. Take a look at this, class. So i-prepare natin to. What is the variance of 1 with 1? Unmute, class, please. Answer. What is the covariance, of 1 with 1? Class, what is the covariance of 1 with 1? Hello, class. Covariance of 1 with 1. This is called your variance covariance matrix, no? Var covar matrix. What is the covariance of 1 with 1, asset 1 with asset 1, class? You know the answer there, class? Quick, come on, class. 1. Covariance of asset 1 with asset 1. What's the answer, class? We just discussed this a while ago. What is the covariance of asset 1 with asset 1? Please, class, you know the answer. Ang tagal naman. Class, come on. Covariance of 1 with 1. Yeah, correct. Thank you, Veronica. Paki-share mo yung answer mo, Veronica, to everyone. Tama, class. Diba? The covariance of asset 1 with asset 1 is simply its variance. Diba? Squared to. Yan. Isn't this the way we write the variance of 1? Okay, what's the covariance of asset 1 with asset 2? Well, it's the covariance of 1 with 2, right? Okay, ito naman, 2 with 1. What's the covariance of 2 with 1? The covariance of asset 2 with asset 1 is also the same as the covariance of asset 1 with asset 2. I'll just write it this way, 1 with 2. All right? And then what's the covariance of 2 with 2? It's the variance of asset 2. Okay? Variance siya, sigma squared, and then asset 2. All right? That's why this is called, class, the variance covariance matrix. Okay? But it contains the variance of the assets and their covariances. The diagonal is your variance. The off diagonals are your covariance. Kasi in diagonals natin, you're pairing the asset with itself. 1 with 1. Ito yun. Here, 2 with 2. Okay? All right, class? Clear? Okay. Pakisabi sa akin, class, na clear to. Okay, I hope clear siya. Isa lang nagsumagot. All right. Thank you. Okay. Then, weight transpose. If this is your weight matrix, the weight transpose will be like this. Ano size nito? Yung mga matrices, class, from your previous classes in algebra, it's defined by its size or dimension, by row, by column. Ilang rows to? 2. Ilang column? 1. 2 by 1 to. Sorry, 2 by 1. Okay? All right. Ito, anong size nito? Anong dimension nito? This is 2 by 2. Okay. From, I don't know if you have learned this in your prior algebra classes, but if you're multiplying matrices class, kailangan may conformability yan. Okay? Which means that sa more matrices class, there's no such thing as commutativity. Okay. Itong matrix na to 2 by 1. Itong variance covariance natin to, this is a square matrix, so 2 by 2 to. No? Now, these two matrices can only be multiplicable if the column of the first matrix is the same as the row of the second matrix. Now, take note of this. 2 by 1, tapos ito 2 by 2, 1 and 2 are not equal, so you cannot multiply this. Okay? This cannot be multiplied. Okay? So, dapat class, yung weight matrix natin, mali ito. Dapat yung weight matrix natin should be, saan ang eraser dito? Eraser ito. This should be arranged this way. Okay? Dapat naka-arrange yung ano natin, weight matrix natin this way. All right. What is the dimension class of this matrix? How many rows? Row by column, ano siya? Row by column, ano size nito, class? Ito matrix na to. Correct, 1 by 2. Thank you. Yeah, 1 by 2. Okay, so 1 by 2 to, no? 1 by 2. Okay. So si 1 by 2 class, multiplicable na ba siya with 2 by 1, 2 by 2? So this is 1 by 2. We're multiplying it with 2 by 2. Are they multiplicable? The answer is yes. Bakit? Kasi yung column nitong first matrix is the same as the row of the second matrix. Okay, so 2, 2, okay siya, no? So if we multiply these two matrices, the resultant matrix size will be 1 by 2. Yan, 1 by 2 to. Pag minultiply natin ito si W at saka si sigma, si variance covariance, the resultant matrix is 1 by 2. Okay. Then lastly, we will multiply it with this matrix. This W matrix is the transpose of this. Okay? So pag transpose mo tong W na to, magiging ganito siya. W1, W2. In other words, parang flip natin siya. Ito i-flip natin. Gawin mong parang column-wise, no? What's the dimension of this class? How many rows, how many columns? Answer? Two by 1. Thank you. Okay? So two rows by 1 column to 2 by 1. So, yung resultant matrix dito, multiplicable ba with this matrix? The answer is yes. Okay? Pareho silang 2 by 2. Ito, 2, 2, okay siya. So, the resulting size is just 1 by 1. Okay, which means it will just be one term. Okay? So, we will not spend time proving to you that when you perform this matrix, this multiplication, this W multiplied by sigma multiplied by W transpose, it will be equal to W1, W sub I, W sub J, okay? Sigma, okay, it will be equal to W1 squared sigma 1 squared plus W2 squared sigma 2 squared plus 2 W1 W2 sigma 1 2. Okay? And this is the risk of your portfolio of two assets. Okay? So pareho lang yan ito. Itong W times sigma times W sub T. Now, bakit natin pinoproblema pa to? Di ba may formula naman? Well, this is a lot easier class to solve. Itong formula na yan. Compared to, imagine class, kunyari 10 asset portfolio, di ba? So, ang daming terms nun. Gawin mo lang siya matrix na ganito. Diba? So may matrix ka na W1 hanggang W10, tapos meron kang 10 by 10 na variance covariance, tapos may W10 na W transpose ka. And in R, in matrices, this is very easy to compute. Okay? So which means, class, that we're not going to compute for the returns, for the risk manually, because R can easily do that for us using matrices. Ayan. Okay? So summarize ko lang quickly, class. We learned about how to compute the risk of an asset. And we learned how to do it two ways. Ano yung two ways na yan, class? What are those two ways? Yung two ways na yun, first is, di ba yung formula natin, that the risk of a portfolio, the variance of a portfolio is just the double summation of W sub I, W sub J, covariance Ij. Okay? I ranges from 1 up to n. And this is just the same as the W matrix multiplied by the variance covariance matrix multiplied by the W transpose matrix. Okay? In terms of computational ease, syempre mas madali ito, class. Kasi ang dali mag-perform ng matrices kaysa dito, imagine, magsa-sum up ka ng ilang terms yun, di ba? Kung 10 asset to, 10 ano na kagad, 10 W sub 1 at saka variance sub 1 hanggang W sub 10 variance, W sub 10 squared covariance, variance ang 10 squared. Ano pa lang yung class? Yung individual asset pa lang yun. Paano pa yung pairwise? Diba? W1, W2, W1, W3 hanggang W1, W10, tapos W2 with 1, W2 with 2, etc. Hanggang W ano yan? So, ang daming terms on class, no? Compared with this one, very straightforward, very robust, madaling i-compute to. Okay? So, class, just recall that there are two ways to show your portfolio risk. This is one of them. Okay? And the other one is this. For computational ease, mas madali ito, class. No? So, we can say that the risk of any portfolio, as measured by the standard deviation, is simply equal to the square root of your matrices, matrix multiplication W times your variance covariance times your W transpose. Sorry, nawala. W transpose. There. Just make sure that the dimensions are compatible. Okay? Itong class, itong sigma na to, that's your variance covariance formula, no? Okay? So if you have three assets, meron tayong 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So magiging 3 by 3 yan, yung variance covariance. So the diagonals will be the covariance of 1, the variance of 2, and the variance of 3. The off diagonals will be pairwise, no? This will be covariance 1, 2 or 2, 1, covariance of 1, 2, covariance of 1, 3, covariance of 1, 3, covariance of 2, 3, covariance of 2, 3. There. Ano class? This is a 3 by 3. 3 by 3 matrix. All right, pause muna ako, class. I have discussed at least the quantitative aspect, which is our goal for today. Now, once and for all, class, malaman natin kung paano kino-compute ng risk ng portfolio as part of our financial analytics discussion. All right, so kindly chat, please, if you're already comfortable, class. Comfortable kayo, kunyari tinanong kayo, what's the risk of a 5-asset portfolio? Madali yan. No? You can use the double summation formula or you can use the matrix formula. Paki-chat nga please kung okay, class, kung technically any asset portfolio, no? Any asset portfolio, kaya natin gawin yung formula nun. mahirap class yung mathematical computation, yung double summation. It's very, very easy if we do matrix for that. Kindly chat, please. Pa-confirm naman ni class kung naiintindihan. Konti lang nag-chat, no? What about the others? Nakuha ba? Okay. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback. All right, magsimula na tayo dito class. At least masimulan natin yung at least yung introduction, no, ng portfolio optimization natin using R. Okay. All right. So the packages that we're going to use is share ko na lang tong pati itong Plotly, no. All right. Control C. Chat ko. What are the packages that we're going to use? Okay, meron galing sa dito sa library for each DE optimization, ROI, and then there are here other packages which we have already loaded in the past. Yan si Tidyverse, si Tidyquant, Portfolio Analytics, Quant Mode, Performance Analytics. Okay, may Portfolio Analytics, may Performance Analytics, Stock Portfolio, Plotly, Time TK, GG Themes, and QuadProg. So quite a lot of packages. Okay. So kindly tell me class kung na-load yun na yung mga packages. Isang oras. Sige lang. Sige class, I'll give you pa-extend lang ako class ng a few minutes lang para at least maano natin yung stocks na gagamitin natin. Okay, are you done class? Permission class to extend just a little, just a few minutes para ma-load lang natin yung mga stocks natin. So that next meeting will na-load na natin yung mga stocks natin. All right, so we're going to make use of quant mode in order to, quant mode naman, di ba? We're going to download these stocks, Microsoft, Nvidia, yung game, yung video card maker ito, no, di ba? Nvidia, IBM, Apple. These are tech stocks. Meta is Facebook, and then Amazon. Okay, and then let's start with from 2015 January 1 up to 2022 December 31. Okay, let's create this object called tickers, which is a vector of these ticker symbols. And then let's identify the start as a date, as that date 2015 0101, and as that date 2022 1231. So let me run this. So if you can check now, sa values lang, no? Kasi ano lang siya, no? These are just vectors. Character tong end at saka yung start. All right. Kindly chat please if you are able to. Baka masyado akong mabilis. Kung umabot na kayo dito sa pag-create ng object na tickers, start date at saka end date. And just one last code. Sorry for extending a bit, class. I-ano ko lang get symbols and then we'll call it a day. Okay. Nag-i-install pa lang yung packages. All right. So, while installing, class, isulat nyo na tong ano, no? And let me just end in this. So we use the get symbols package before, di ba? The function. Install pa lang din. Okay. So it looks like medyo marami kasi yung packages na yun, no? But kindly copy this, class, because I'm going to end in this. So we're going to use the quant mode package using the get symbols. So ang symbols natin is the tickers. Yung tickers natin kasi define natin Microsoft, Nvidia, IBM, 6 stocks. And then yung from natin is the start date. Yung to natin is the end date. And then we don't actually need this kasi default naman si Yahoo. But let's just write it. Source is equal to Yahoo. And then auto.assign is equal to okay. So marami to, no? All right. So if I run this, okay, magkaka-error siya. Bakit, class? Kasi hindi ko pa nararan si quant mode. So i-run ko na tong Pacman. Okay. All right, then I'll end here, class. Okay, so sorry for the extension. I'll end here, class. But next meeting, make sure that these stocks have already been loaded, class. Okay. Load na ba sa akin? Okay, yan, na-load na sa akin. All right, sige. So, thank you so much, class. We will continue with this next time. We will continue working with the portfolio, and then we're going to create a portfolio. We're going to set some parameters, whether to minimize risk or to maximize returns. Okay, so that's what portfolio optimization is all about. Okay? So thank you so much, class. I'm sorry for the extension. Let me end now our recording. Okay, magpapacheck na attendance, please remain.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, class.
Thank you po, sir.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
sir.
So, sino magpapacheck na attendance?
Sir Velasco po.
Velasco.
Yes, sir.
Late ka, Christine, ha? Ba't ka late?
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I had connectivity issues before entering po. Pero naabutan ko po yung sa Finlanly, na nag-a-announce na po kayo na move yung exams natin next week, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay. Bye, everyone.